Everyone, welcome back. Today we are making OFE NSALA, popularly known as white soup. It is a very rich and delicious Nigerian soup that is so easy to make. In today's video, I'll show you how to make it. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you are yet to do so. Now let's get started. In a pot, I added my goat meat. Then some shaki and cow tripe, Knorr seasoning cube because that's my favorite. I sprinkled some salt to taste, chopped onion because I love onions. You can choose to skip it. Some blended fresh peppers. I'll give this a good mix and I'll cover it and allow it to cook on a low heat for 15 minutes. While the meat is cooking, I went ahead to prepare the rest of the ingredients I'll be using for this recipe. First, I'll peel some yam. This is the thickener I'll be using for this recipe. You can choose to use sweet potatoes or any other thickener that is readily available to you. So, I carefully peeled the yam and cut it into a smaller chunks. If this is your first time here, thank you for clicking to watch today's recipe. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you for always coming back to watch. I really appreciate. After cutting the yam into smaller chunks, I'll transfer it into a bowl filled with water. I'll wash this thoroughly and then set it aside. Next, I'll wash some dried fish with hot water. After that, I went ahead to debone the fish. Please do this carefully to make sure all the tiny bones in there are removed to avoid adding tiny bones into your soup. Once I'm done, I'll set that aside. The next step is to roast this oyayak. It is also called Eden fruit. This is very flavorful and adds a very nice taste to the soup. I'll roast until I start to perceive the aroma. That shows that it is ready. So I'll set that aside as well. 15 minutes later, I checked up on the meat and as you can see, it has released a lot of juice and the meat is about 60% cooked. So, I added the dried fish, then some stock fish too. I also added some ogiliobe dissolved in water. If you have ogilisi, you can also add that as well. Next is a well-blended Uziza seed. This is a game changer in white soup. It is a very compulsory ingredient when making OFE NSALA. After that, I added the roasted Eden fruit and then enough ground crayfish. I'll stir really well to combine. Add enough water to make the soup. Then I went ahead to add some Oda seed. You don't have to blend it as the taste can be overpowering and it is bitter too. Finally, I'll add the chunks of yam that we cut up earlier on. Give it a quick stir, cover and let this cook for 10 minutes or until the yam is soft. After 10 minutes, I checked the yam and it's soft already, so I'll go ahead and scoop them out. And we cover the pot to allow the meat to cook some more. Since we are using the yam as our thickener, I added it into a mortar and pounded with a pestle. I'll blend this into a smooth paste. Please make sure it's lump free, otherwise you should blend this in a food processor. That is even easier and gives a better result. Once I'm done pounding the yam, I'll scoop it out. Can you see how smooth our thickener is? At this point, it's time to add our thickener to the soup. So, I'll scoop it out in bits and add to the boiling soup. This helps the yam to dissolve very easily into the soup. After adding the yam paste, I tested the soup and I adjusted the seasoning with extra crayfish powder and 1 Knorr seasoning cube. I'll give this a gentle stir, cover and allow the yam thickener to dissolve. It takes about 5 minutes for the yam paste to dissolve completely into the soup. After 5 minutes, the paste is fully dissolved, so I went ahead to scoop out the Eden fruits, then the Oda seeds. For the Eden fruits, I'll rinse this off and save for later. You can actually reuse this. Most times, I use mine up to 3 times before discarding it. Next, I finished it up with a handful of Uziza leaf. If you have utazi leaf, you can add that as well. As for me, I feel it's too bitter, so I left that out. I'll cook for extra 2 minutes to allow this release its own aroma into the soup. Two minutes later, I opened my pot and you can't imagine the aroma from my kitchen. It was really intense and so tempting. Finally, our ofensala is ready. Don't worry about the consistency as it tends to thicken up when it cools down. I went ahead to serve it with some pounded yam. No doubt the best swallow for this white soup recipe is pounded yam, so I served some for myself. Looks nice and tasted so delicious too. If you watched up to this point, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in my next one.